We are not. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? It's your boy Dre Will, and I'm always here with my guy. What's up?
What's up with everybody? It's your guy, comedian Big Funny. Just so a comedian don't mean everything a joke, but I can make it funny for you. We back to put it on the table again. Yeah.
And we back another week, and we got another special guest for you. And we have today on the show, we have Forest Park City Councilwoman Chelsea Clark.
Yes.
Oh,
she just disappeared.
Yeah, she just disappeared, I guess. But we are live right now.
She will be back.
But she will be back, man. Just technical difficulties going with this live stuff. You already know how it is.
So we talking to a councilwoman though, and we about to put it on the table. Like y'all know me, I got some questions. So I want to know, like, y'all will see. Just stay tuned. Share this, you know what I'm saying? Leave some comments and stuff like that too, though. Then y'all need to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, and she is popped back on. We're about to add it right now. So
we about to get started.
There she is.
What? Is it the right way?
Turn your phone sideways again.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We know how it is with you.
So I thought I was being really slick, but I'd already gotten a phone call, and so I called myself putting on an airplane. That didn't make sense. So every now and then it happens. Sorry about that.
Well, again, folks, if you're tuned in, we have Forest Park City Councilwoman Chelsea Clark. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great this evening. How are you all?
Oh,
pretty good. Ready for you to put it on the table because I got some questions. But before we do that, tell the people who you are, where you come from, and what you do.
All right. Well, my name is Chelsea Clark. I'm councilwoman for the city of Forest Park, the greatest city in all of Hamilton County. We are the second largest city in all of Hamilton County. It's been a pleasure to serve the great residents here for 6 years. I'm in my second term. I sit on a few different commissions and boards. I also am a governing board member of Metro with Southwestern Ohio Transit Authority, and have a number of other hats that I wear in terms of community advocacy. And I'm also a business owner of a STEM education center in Blue Ash, and a proud mommy of two, one who just graduated. Go Warriors. And I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Dre Will and Big Funny. Thank you all for just the work that you're doing and trying to amplify the local voices and bring people together. It's really good work.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show. But first of all, I'm about to put it on the table first. You said Forest Park, the best city. Hell no. Who y'all ain't got no football team.
It's not debatable. It's not debate. I mean, you can debate if you want to, but it's really not. How many more people you come across that be like, where are you from? Oh, Forest Park. And my mama live in Forest Park. My grandmama still lives in Forest Park. In Forest Park, you hear that all over Southwest Ohio. So stop.
And I'm gonna back you up, Chelsea, because I'm a advocate of Forest Park. I am a resident from Forest Park.
Absolutely. We can still leave our doors open at night, Big Funny.
Yeah. I left my door open too, though, on the second floor.
Nobody's coming in.
I'm from A1. Cincinnati, we got a football team. Y'all just jump on our bandwagon.
That you're paying for, that you shouldn't be, but okay.
Are you born and raised from Forest Park, Cincinnati?
I'm not. So I'm from a place called Elida, which is just outside of the city of Lima. So I grew up primarily country.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I never heard of that actually.
It was a very, very small school. There were 4 people in our graduating class of 190 that looked like me. So
Okay.
it's really small.
Oh, so y'all did have black people there?
We just had a couple. We just had a few,
You was
just
the
enough
fourth one.
enough to say that they were still around.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole town. There was no black people there, like,
I mean, they didn't necessarily live inside the town,
yeah.
but we, the bus would bring us out in those parts. And our high school was literally right next to the cornfield. So I was in marching band. I played trumpet, and we would march right to the edge of the cornfield and, flank and keep it moving.
Oh shit. So put it
Yeah,
on the table.
so my roots are really country. My other family that I live part-time with on my dad's side is in Virginia, and we have a Black Angus farm out there. So pretty country all around. This is as city as I've ever lived.
Oh yeah, I just came back from Virginia for my birthday. I like it out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful red dirt.
Yeah. So I got another question though for you, where you want to go. Hey, so I got questions. So was they like whites only packed area? was that like a whites only packed area up there?
Back where I'm from? No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was now there was a local restaurant that's very that's been around a long time, and they had some rules back in the day that did not set well with my stepdad, and so it took him good grief, I think it took daddy maybe 60 plus years before he would ever eat there.
Wow.
Because of the rules they had with how the blacks had to come around back to be served.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was prom princess. I was carnival court queen. I was treasurer of our student council. I had a blast. It was great. I had an excellent high school. I mean, I got.
Oh Lord.
They sure did. I mean, now I did date the captain of the football team. We ended up getting married. We're not. That doesn't mean question 2 and 3.
Right. Okay.
But
it was. I had a good time.
Okay, let's get into your into this. How did you start? I guess get into I want to say politics. Is it,
basically politics. How did you get into the field that you're in? Did you take that up in school, or how did the course go?
Absolutely. I am unapologetically involved in politics. Politics is, it's a thread that is woven throughout our entire lives. It meets us on a daily basis, whether we like to acknowledge it or not. And I always knew from a very young age that I wanted to be involved in advocacy or politics of some sort. So when I was in high school, I was in a program called Black Achievers at the YMCA. And I eventually, I think I was maybe a sophomore or junior, I started on the steering committee there because I loved the civil rights work that we did and working with Black youth and my peers. And so it was then I said, oh yeah, I'm going to be the mayor of Lima one day. And so I went to school. I went to Miami University for political science and business.
Oh, okay.
And I own a company and I'm in politics. So
that's what's up.
Yeah. I was like, what is
you gotta, when you're in politics, if you're in it, depending on the reasons that you're in it, if you have a bully problem, if you really want to come after bullies, it's a great field to be in. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many people that don't feel heard, that don't trust the system and they're well-meaning and that they don't. It's understood why, but it's a great place to be to create legislation that helps people that are not accustomed to helping themselves and don't have a voice.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a question. So after, did you have to go to college? And if you did, after graduating high school or college, how long did it take you to get from that to where you are at now?
So I graduated. We don't need to say the dates,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
ain't-
I
we
I
ain't got to
graduated as a Red Hawk, and then I was going to go to law school. I actually had an internship on Capitol Hill. I really wanted to work in DC, and God had some other plans, we'll say, so that didn't quite work. So I graduated college early, and we settled down here in Forest Park. And then I went to Notre Dame to get my executive certification in business and like economics. And then I just started getting involved in our community. I started in the PTA. I was my son's, basketball coach for his youth leagues. I was his Cub master, his scout master, and Boy Scouts, and all of those things it's really about community building when you think about it. It was all for that reason. So the first office I ran for was school board, and that was, golly, maybe 10, 11 years ago. I was unsuccessful with it, but God had told me to run just so that I could, at the time, I was getting ready to, I was on the verge of, I was going through a divorce. And so it was a test for me to start to walk into and build the confidence that I needed to prepare me for the other work that I was going to be called to do. And so, so that was that experience, and people saw me and wanted, to help me in running in politics or being in government. And so I think 2 years later, I ran for city council, and there were 8 other people going for 4 seats. At the time, I was a first-time candidate, and I think I came in seat 3, 3 or 4.
Wow. Now, when you first started this politics and get into the field that you're in, did you have the support like from your family and friends, or people telling you no, you shouldn't do that?
They already knew. They were like, "Yeah, okay, we've just been waiting." They knew it was gonna happen. They were like, "Okay, there she goes." Pretty much, if Chelsea puts her mind to it, it's gonna get done.
I think
we're gonna get her done.
and I think being in politics, you have to have a strong backbone, to handle certain.
It's not just the naysayers, the people that have complaints. It's the people that you have a lot of dealings with on a regular basis that work in the same vicinity in terms of position wise as you. That's what getting is optics. Unfortunately, a lot of people's perceptions are their reality. So you end up having to combat and deal with a lot of stuff that just categorically untrue, and you have to proceed and press on anyway. The beautiful thing is that the people that know you, they know your fruit and they know where it's coming from, and so you have to make sure that you stay very closely connected to those people that love you and know who you are and what you are about, because a lot of that other stuff is just pure distraction, because there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm designed to shake things up and to make it a little bit uncomfortable, because that's going. I can't be settled with the status quo. That's not how it works for me. And so you're automatically going to get that. And even as a leader, you have to be prepared for the resistance, and it's a great responsibility. So it just comes with the territory.
Yeah. So I got a question, like, at the level that you're in, like, do that get you, like, you're not a regular citizen, like, do that get you, like, in other meetings and other rooms, like White House and other states, and meeting with other people like that? Like, what's the range of the people that you meet at the level that you are at?
I'm so sorry, Big Funny. I couldn't quite catch that. I'm sorry. Could you?
Like, at the level that you are, like, you're not a regular citizen, like you're a councilwoman, like, does that put you in other rooms, like different meetings with different mayors and stuff like that? Like, what's the range of the people that you get to meet? Have you been to the White House? Shit, tell me something. Put it on the table.
Well, no. I've not been to the White House, nor have I been in invited. I had some opportunities to go. I did not go, but I mean, I would say that I'm a pretty regular citizen, of course, but it does, I was the Democratic nominee for Secretary of State. So that is in my opinion, outside of the governor, that is the most important and valuable position, because that is the singular person that stands between an active and functional representative democracy and one that is quite, I mean, a autocracy, if you will. And so it's the one that safeguards the precious right that we have to vote. And we know that when we lose that, and when those are played with, then, everything else can, as my granny would say, go to hell in a handbasket. And so I was the Democratic nominee in the 2022 race, only the second Black woman to be the Democratic nominee. And that would have, had I won, I would have been the first female as well to be the Secretary of State. So that was a statewide campaign, which is extraordinarily difficult, to span the state. And so that put me in unbelievable conversations and rooms with union leaders. Unions are extraordinarily powerful, and rightfully so. They do some amazing work. We've got some nonprofits that are changing lives. We've got commissions that, help people just quite literally between make it for their families, mayors and commissioners and state representatives and things like that. So all those different roles from the governor on down, you have to interact with, and you get to talk with and glean from them, learn from them, and also be able to, talk about and discuss shared resources and ideas on what you can do for your designated area and your constituents.
I got a question for you. So you said like the Secretary of State, like that's one of the most important right there. So basically, we need to vote for the Secretary of State. Like that's the person that can help us and get what we want done and shit like that. Everybody else don't even fucking matter.
Yeah. So if you remember the big hoopla that happened in Georgia. Remember what Stacey Abrams? You remember Stacey Abrams? Everybody's heard Stacey Abrams. Remember when the orange president was trying to get the vote changed?
Put it on the table.
Remember when he was trying to get it? Remember he was telling the Secretary of State down in Georgia, hey, you need to find me X amount of votes. Remember that trial happened, and he was wrong. You can't do that. That is the seat that can, that determines your election right there. The limitations that we are seeing in that particular seat with new ID laws and shortening your early voting times and even closing polling locations and all that stuff. Think about how many more layers that someone would have to go through just to cast a vote. So if you're going to increase layers of create difficulty for them to actually access their American right as their birthright, then you're going to drastically decrease the number of participants that you have that'll actually vote for anybody. And that's what those seats, that was the biggest issue in 2022 following that, the uprising that we saw. And it's still persistent and continuing. Ohio has some of the most restrictive voter laws in the entire country. It's not designed for everybody to just participate just because you're an American citizen.
Right. That's what I wanted to ask you. Like people like you and other people like that's going against the grain, and you know how the big machine operates, but change is needed. Like, do y'all have to go against? Like, do they like throw dirt on y'all name or come for y'all or like weird shit? You know what I'm saying? Where they be like, hell no, she'll deserve this. Try to fuck y'all up, basically. You know what I'm saying? You said, do they try to mess with you and distort things and change? Yeah, change, throw dirt on your name, come for you, all that bullshit. So you can't get in contest.
You fine. I mean, I'm not perfect. I have some stuff, nothing big or, salacious or anything, but yeah, I'm a human. And so, yeah, any like mistake you make on campaign uh, recordings, or you misspeak accidentally, then it gets highlighted and run with as if that's the entire context of the conversation. Or a lot of the stuff gets lost in translation, or they attach you to an extremist person who's in your same party, and then now you've automatically adopted all of their viewpoints when you really haven't. So absolutely, I mean, you just have to be ready. I mean, like my mom said, you better be ready to stick up for your little brown skin self. That's your job. That's my job. Nobody else gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
So you just you know that, but you know that going into it. And the thing about it is I know whose I am. I know what my purpose is, and so that stuff doesn't really bother me that much. It just comes with the territory. And if nobody's messing with you or picking at you or trying to limit you or trying to, corral people to come against you, then you're probably not doing much.
Right.
Okay. So being like a melanated woman, a melanated person, and a woman, like ain't nobody never got out of pocket where you be like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to shank them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't went too far. Ain't
I'll tell you what, I think there were a couple moments that I think I could have easily allowed things to descend in a very ugly way, and I could have threw them on the table and made my point known. But one of the things that I really love about how I operate is I typically am like very, very even keeled when it comes to my emotional state about disagreements and things like that. I don't tend to get too excited about stuff like that, because 9 times out of 10 people are talking out of their hind parts. For one, they're talking mistruths, and more times than not, they're going to look unhinged and crazy because they're going off. And then once they decide to calm down and bring themselves back to composure and to act like a mature adult, then I can just hit them with the actual facts.
So have any of those political
this is just what it is.
So have any of them actually got into it or got into fights over stuff? Like you ever seen somebody that get in fights? Like they go there with it, or it been called out of their name or stuff like that?
It depends. At different rallies, there have been rallies where not the politicians, but the people that come to the rallies, they typically have opposing views, especially, they'll have opposing views, and I've seen them exchange physical movements. I've seen, I've witnessed, kind of almost, not, it wasn't too far. It's not too much in the past. Some verbal assaults going back and forth, and people coming out of character and cursing in meetings. And I try my best to refrain from that unless it's real, extraordinarily necessary. But I don't feel like you need to do all that. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm heard if I have to rant and rave and jump up and down and act crazy. I'm kind of like Obama in that respect. I'm like, all right, well, I'll hit you with the logic and intellect. I'm not about to sit here, you don't about to sit here and argue with a fool.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to change it back to Forest Park and you. Okay, so let the people know, what do you do for Forest Park?
Absolutely. So as a city councilwoman, our job as council members is to be the policy, kind of like the policy lead, to create legislation that is really just for the betterment of the city. We are what's called a strong city manager city. So our mayor is actually not elected by the citizens. A lot of people don't realize that. They are appointed by members of council. So there's 7 members of council, and they appoint that individual to that seat, and then we as a collective give the direction and the vision for the city manager to actually, execute. And the city manager does the work of, putting forth that policy with every single department and what that looks like and all the implementation and everything. That's what they do. Now, I will say a lot of people also don't know we're paid. City of Forest Park, it's just under $500 a month.
For what?
But, right. We get a couple dollars, as my uncle used to say, couple dollars. Get a little bit of money.
Hold on, 500 a month.
It's not 500. I think it's 498 or 4.
For what? Payroll?
That is for the council people. Yes, for all of us on council, that's what we get per month. And so,
what y'all bet they better be selling cocaine or something? Y'all got bricks. What the hell going on?
That's a lot of. I mean, it's really a volunteer position, if you will. You know what I mean? It really is. You really have to want to do this. You have to want to be in multiple meetings a week and be out in the community and trying to create in order to push the city forward. And
there you go. Hold on.
Oh, you breaking up.
Oh, Lord. Come on, Cincinnati. We need this, man. The weatherman. Come on. I'm trying to put it on the table, man. We need this information, man. Stay tuned, y'all. Leave some comments, though. Hit that like. Hey, share this shit, though, man. She's telling us some stuff, though, that we don't know.
Okay, sorry. So you definitely have to want to, do this work, but a lot of us get in this position because there's things that you want to do. I saw Forest Park. We didn't have to live in Forest Park. In fact, at the time, when I was married, my husband wanted to live in Westchester, and I'm like, I'm not. I've done that my whole life. I'm not gonna live in Westchester. I'm gonna live in Forest Park, and I loved.
Hold on, not to cut you off, but you say Forest Park, and people love Forest Park, but they hate the taxes.
Hold on. Hey.
And I'm mad.
They do. So
because they on taxes, like they will come get you like the FBI or something. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can owe like $5.
When I say this shit, man.
Yeah.
I gotta put on the table. We was doing a comedy show at the place, and they came in there and took somebody out the damn comedy.
Yeah, at Park Place. They came up.
No.
They got one of the comedians.
Yes, because they talking about.
Are you serious?
Yes. I thought it was a joke or some shit like that. It was real.
They came. Wait.
They said they seen the flyer on social media, and they came up to Park Place and talked to him about the taxes. Forest Park come at you like FBI. You can
listen.
Put that on the table. Yeah. I want to know what.
Listen, when I say I hear you, I get paid less than $500, and I still got to pay these taxes too. Now,
right.
I'm on payment plan. It is high. So, and those are, and in all seriousness, so one of the biggest challenges we have, and people don't understand how all of it works. Like there's multiple taxes that you pay, right? But when we look at our property taxes, remember our property taxes, we just had a new assessment, right?
Yes.
So they went up again. So out of every dollar, how much of that property tax money do you think the city of Forest Park gets?
Not a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, it's less than 30% or less than 30 cents.
And that's what I was speaking. Wanted to ask too. Like, what can
so the school district gets 70+%,
right? So
of each dollar, and so it makes it really tough because one of the things people love about Forest Park, I was joking about the safety, but we are a relatively very, very safe place. I mean, you think about it. Our demographics are very brown, right?
Yeah.
And
when I was growing up, Forest Park was out of fucking town. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, like, we ain't, this is people that never even been to Forest Park. I've never been there. We went out there like, whoa.
Right.
And what the fuck happened to Forest Fair Mall? That's when I grew up. What the fuck happened? What's the story with Forest Fair Mall?
Y'all want me, okay, you want me to address all the things. Okay, well, hold on. You gotta give me a second. You gotta give me a second because I'm machine gunning. I got you.
Put it on the
table. Look, I'm sitting here right now. I had to clear the dishes and everything. I had to move the stuff. All right.
One reason is because Forest Fair Mall is something that we grew up on, right?
I used to love that
and we haven't seen Forest Fair Mall become something since from a while. So why is people, I guess, buying it and not making it something, or is nothing happening over there?
Okay.
What the fuck happened to Forest Fair Mall?
So I think that's an excellent question. So before I even was I was elected to council, I was on something called the Economic Development Commission. So I've been on it, I think, maybe 8 years. That commission is designed to help with the retention of companies that are already existing and have a footprint in the city. That we try to recruit and attract new companies, new businesses to our city, and then of course try to help start new. That has been an issue and a challenge ever since I've been on that commission. You have a few things that are at play. The truth of the matter, the primary issue you have is that you have a system, or you have one of the largest malls at the time when it was constructed in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. When it was constructed, it was the largest mall this side of the Mississippi. And it was wonderful and great for that time period. But what you saw is stores starting to do different things. You saw retail it just started to slip as time has gone on. You can attest to that. That's what has happened.
And so when 99 cents though went up to $1, I knew change was fucking up.
Right. Look, and the dollar store is $1.25. I'm like, I gotta actually go to Walmart instead of paying $1.26. I'm like, you're not getting that 25 cents. But
right.
So the same thing happened to that property. So then when you try to sell it, so the owner's privately owned, by the way. So because it is privately owned, the city, you cannot tell a privately owned company, oh, by the way, this is what you're gonna do. This what you can't do that unless there are violations where you have to shut them down. And that is what the city did in the past 12 to 18 months. We went in because of all of the safety violations and we had to close it off. That's why you only see Kohl's, or we had to enact measures to close it. And then Bass Pro Shop, of course, moved. Now, I say all those things because you've also got a very, very, very difficult situation. Think about it. You've got a mall, a property that's 90 plus acres. Do you hear me? 90 plus acres. There's over 1 million square footage in that property. In order to tear the garage down itself, you're looking at over $3 million just to tear that down. There are bonds that are still outstanding that need to be refinanced in over $20 million. Okay. The demolition in order to knock the whole thing down is $11 million. That's all before you get to the asking price. You've got 2 counties, Butler and Hamilton. You've got 3 school districts, Northwest, Winton Woods, and Fairfield City School Districts. And you've got 2 municipalities. You got Fairfield and you got the city of Forest Park. You could not think of a more cluster than that. So
I can say it.
Right? So now we got the picture painted, right?
Yeah.
No. So who is going to buy something like that? What has happened in the past few weeks? I've been working with the development group,
Okay.
I am extraordinarily excited. I have pushed to move us forward in in trying to get this property rezoned. I believe that this development group can achieve what we want to see there. We're talking about a mixed use development, so some light industrial, some logistics, and that's why we need it rezoned. Unfortunately, Planning Commission shot it down and they voted no on a rezoning. I have come back to the table and said, hey, wait, with the Economic Development Commission, I want to look at this further. I believe that we should be talking about this from an economic standpoint. And I believe that this is our only and probably last shot, because this is the only time we're going to get access to an $8 million demolition grant, and to be used with, and to work with the developer who's done this before. We've got to get this mall taken care of. Before I leave, we got to get it taken care of.
My dream was, if I ever win money or get rich, win the lottery, I was going to buy that mall, that area over there. That's my dream.
And what were you going to put there?
I was going to put it as a sports facility and training facility, all that type of stuff. Also have a video production. I was going to make my video production there, certain sets and things like that.
But have you been playing the lottery?
Well,
Tyler Perry
no, but
I've been playing.
Now you can't win if you don't play.
You've been playing, but I'm going to get rich off of what I do.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I thought I would love to see something like that as well. But when you look at what's called, so you have to look at marketability in the survey studies for that. Like Hamilton, you see what Hamilton built. Is that Spooky? Is it called Spooky or something? Not sure. That sport. They built that huge sports complex.
I'm a youth football coach for the Warriors.
So Spooky Nook.
Spooky Nook. Yes, I heard.
But they had the amount of money that they had. The amount of money that they were able to get in all sorts of different. You've got to have such a marriage between. You've got to have state funding. You've got to be able to tap federal dollars, and you've got to get a whole hell of a lot of private enterprise and support. It is tough. And remember, with this property, you have an entire demolition situation. And like I said, these bonds that have to be, so it's basically the debt that's owned on it. You got to satisfy all that stuff and still be able to get to the purchase and then still be able to pay for a build.
Yes. So it's not worth to really purchase it, huh?
I'm not saying it's not worth the purchase, but the developer that we are working with, that I'm really excited about, I think they've come to the table very creatively. I wanted to see some retail, maybe some additional restaurants, a couple sit-down restaurants. And I think that with that close access to 275 and 75, that you've got a real gem of a property. And I am, like I said, I am fervently moving so that we can bring this back to the table, so that we can actually get this rezoned, and at least, get the darn thing demoed at the bare minimum, because nobody is going to want to purchase this property with having to go through all of those additional pieces just before you build $100+ million anything.
Okay. With that being said, the only reason I asked what the fuck happened to Forest Fair Mall was because I seen some time ago, I don't know if it was a year or a little bit before that, 2 years probably, they were supposed to be building a whole community out there or some other shit like that. There was a project that's supposed to have been already started, getting funded. They're going to build a whole neighborhood out there. So I want to know what the fuck happened to that. And that's that. What
I think that that had to have been, that had to have been before I got there. I've not heard of that. I know that we had an opportunity. We had an opportunity, and I don't want to say we as in, when I'm saying we, I'm just saying collective we, because again, it's a private owner, and he pays his $1 million a year in order to satisfy assessments, stuff like that. So, but I know that a deal had fallen through, for some reasons about, in terms of the value, the value was, it was what it was, and there wasn't going to be any additional movement on that price. But like I said, and I'm gonna look into that too, because I've
look
not
it up.
on the
news
EDC
posted
been
this
brought
shit.
that up.
The news
That
posted this shit, said they was gonna build a community out
when
there.
was it?
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like a little bit over a year and a half, 2 years, or could have been prior to that.
I know that there could have been a fulfillment center. A couple years ago, there would have been a fulfillment center that had a conversation about it and what that could potentially look like. But they pulled out of that deal. You know, the biggest thing is we've got to also, you know, the city, we've got to, you know, we can do this kind of business. We can be, you know, agreeable to work with. And so when we are recruiting these developers, or not recruiting them, but when we're trying to, you know, hear and listen from developers that have options on these types of properties, it's really important that we, you know, thoroughly drill down and investigate how we can support that work and how much it's in alignment with what we're doing. What we also have to be careful of as a community and a city is we've got to mitigate our risk. So when you're talking about these large developments, I mean, you're talking about over hundreds of millions of dollars. The city, there's going to be what's called a TIF. That's called a tax incremental financing. It's not going to happen without this thing called a TIF. And what the developer says is, hey, the amount of taxes that we actually would pay you over X amount of, usually it's 30 years, can we go ahead and just keep that, because we need a dollar help, like we need to bring our development dollar or the build price down so that we actually can build it. And you're talking about 20, 40 plus million that maybe the city would not see. So we also have to be very careful that when we're creating these deals and negotiating like that, that it's also going to be a deal that long term works for the city and that doesn't cut us totally out of all the money. You know, it's a fine line.
Okay. I want to change subjects. I'm trying to get you out of here because I know you're on your date night and everything and all.
Hey, hell no.
Hold on.
You pay attention to the background. You just stop. I was about to make sure you trying to kidnap your ass. I was about to call the police because your background ain't changed. You don't pull you in a parking lot or some shit like that.
I mean, I'm saying I appreciate the fact that y'all are willing to help get my rescue on.
I'm really trying to get you out of here, but I want to change subject for a second. But before I go, anything about Forest Park, please let me know if I can volunteer about anything out there in Forest Park or anything that I can do. Please reach out to me.
I want you to be part of our Parks and Rec.
I am going to do that. You send me.
I want you to be part of Parks and Rec. We need dads out here. We need people that know how to coach.
I am a basketball
we need
coach.
your support.
I coached for Forest Park before, and it is kind of, you know, I don't want to talk bad on.
We working on it. I am pushing. You need to watch the videos. I'm pushing something fierce.
I have a team already, and I'm just looking for a gym to get these boys to practice and things like that. And maybe I can send them up to the high school or something like that. So, but anything that you have out there, please reach out to me. But
and reach out to me too, because I'll make y'all need some laughter too, though. Let me do a comedy show for y'all.
Comedy show and everything.
Listen, Big Funny, if you came to some of these meetings, you'd have enough material to last you until you retire, honey.
And I'm trying to have enough of my money on.
and before you get out of here, I want to talk about your STEM lab, your business.
Oh,
I seen you downtown this weekend, and you were doing some.
Yeah.
Yes, I seen you was doing some things with some Legos and things like that with kids. I see you have a summer camp also this summer and things like that. Can you talk about that?
Of course. So, and it was great to see your lovely wife and the kids, all the boys. You have all boys. That was crazy.
Yeah.
They all were so sweet and polite, and so it was a nice family outing. So that was the Black Culture Fest that Daphne does. She does an amazing job with that. And we are the STEM Lab. So that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. I started the company almost 6 years ago, 5.5 years ago, because I was really concerned about the gap. There's a big education gap when it comes to science and math, especially amongst Black students and female students. And I was like, how could I design an education system that would be outside of school, that would engage them and would be unique, would be hands-on, would build critical thinking and problem solving, and STEM seemed like the best vehicle to do that. And so we have about 6,000 square feet. We have a facility in Blue Ash, Ohio, off of Reed-Hartman. We service all of southwestern Ohio. We go as far out as Brown County. And we provide programming for kids pre-K up through 12th grade. We cover robotics, engineering of all sorts. Right now we're working on biomedical engineering and environmental engineering at our 2 classes. And we do 3D printing and anatomy, but the goal is to make sure that kids are getting their confidence built in these subjects so that they can actually pursue them beyond high school.
You just gave me an idea, because if you want, and I'm just throwing hint. If you want to throw video and production in there, we would love to teach that to kids, photography and all that type of stuff. So if you want to add that on your list, please reach out to us. Drone services.
That would be great. That's an area that I am not good at, and so I've been thinking about that. That'd be wonderful. We'll partner. We'll bring it.
Before he just throw my ass in and help with these damn kids, I want to come record y'all shit. The other people's shit. I want to be there with y'all. Yeah, and then we help the kids. But on some real shit though, because most people know me acting stupid though. But I thought about something you said though, like businesses and stuff like that. Would it be possible, like if we all join together though, like people in your level and above and stuff like that? Like, could somebody write the grant to build that school that you want to, and then we could get a government subcontract for the workers for that though, and all employ us and actually get done what we need done if we work together, right? Is that possible? Will they let us do that?
Will they let us do that? Will we let us do that?
Yeah. Right? If we decide, if we actually wanted to work together and say like you came up with the idea, got the grant for your school, and then you want to subtract.
No, I didn't get a grant.
No, so if we did, would they let it happen? Like, would that be possible?
I think absolutely. So I'm partnering. I'm always looking for partnerships. But yes, I also started. I launched the city's first minority business group. It's called the Forest Park Minority Community Business Initiative, and it is not the city. It is not of the city. It's just in the city of Forest Park, and I am the president of our group, and that's the work that we've been doing. We acknowledge businesses. We share different information with businesses. I am trying to get a business development center. And so that's some work that we are doing, but absolutely in terms of bringing each other together, that's the hallmark of the work that I do. I started the summer youth program fair. I think Dre, you probably saw that on social media, but last year I was getting as my granny would say, pitched off. I was getting pitched off because we don't have a community center as of yet. And I'm like, well, where are these kids going to go so that in the summer they are safe? So what I did was I contracted with, I built relationships with all these different churches that they have the facilities, they have people that know things. I said, listen, can you each give me 2 to 4 activities or events throughout the summer so that my kids in this city can come for free? I need them to have a place to go. And we had over 80 kids participate last year. We had 7 churches, and this past year, in May, we had our first ever summer youth program fair at the senior center. We had over 200 guests come, and we've got programs all throughout the summer. Well, so I'm about community development and partnering and leveraging our collective resources. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, hell yeah, I can say that.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great, because when I was growing up, we had a community center when I was in elementary school. It was at the 9th grade the Waycross building on Waycross. We used to go there, play basketball. They used to do other things in there and stuff like that. They took all of that away from us in Forest Park. We don't have community centers, nowhere to go play basketball except for outside. In churches, I don't know if they open up or anything no more, or because back then churches used to open up and let us come in to play basketball or whatever we need to do.
I feel you, and that's what I'm trying to do, because the in order to get a community center, you already said the taxes are high, and you are right, they high. If you add a community center, you realize that they're gonna go up more, and that's not something that people want. So it's it's tough to try to figure out how to do that. We are looking at that, the entire council. We understand that it is a necessity, but we are trying to make it so that the financial burden is not all of the cities, so that it does not cost you guys to the hilt. It's just a challenge. You got to find the money for that. So we are working on it, and believe you me, in every development deal, we are trying to figure out how that can happen. Until then, that's why I'm trying to develop and continue these relationships with these larger areas, because they have these gyms. Open up your daggone doors, let our kids come in for a little bit, and that's what I'm trying to do.
But you know how long I've been trying to get a gym out there to coach basketball? You know,
I do not know, but I'm so sorry that it's taken.
I've been trying to reach up there to, I don't say the name, but up there to the thing I've been calling every season, see if I have a team. Can I get a gym to teach these kids, to keep it in the community?
I mean, the school has gyms too. Our school district has gyms. They got real pretty new gyms that we just paid for.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got a question I want to put on the table. Since we're bringing up schools, to me, these schools taught me not too much shit, but it had something in there. But these schools getting less and less. When I grew up, we knew how to write in cursive. We had home ec. We knew how to cook. We had wood shop.
We had video class.
Hold on, motherfuckers. My time. I'll put it on the table. We had wood shop. We knew how to make shit. We knew how to fucking drive. These schools don't have shit. So what I would like to do, on top of him building like the Boys and Girls Club, the gym and all that shit, playing sports, cool, but I would like to teach them cooking, electricity, wood shop, how to carpentry, all this shit they took out of school that we need in the real world. They just teaching us bullshit. So I'm thinking, like, why can we not get grants to build our own fucking schools? We can employ the people that we want to build this shit. We're going to employ the people that we want to bring in the materials. Why don't we not get access to this shit to do it how we want to if we better in our people? They don't want people out shooting people, killing people. We can solve the problem if y'all let us help our own people. What the fuck is up with that?
I believe that all those issues have to be community led. The problem is that it is really tough for people to stay on the same side. It's tough for us. Let me just put it real plain. It's tough for us to stay on the same subject. Our ancestors, the folks in the 60s, they walked how many days did they walk in that boycott? Could y'all walk 2 weeks, night and day, rain or shine right now? You can't get people to do that. So my point is,
right, I ain't walking 1 mile in no hard ass bottom shoes.
Right. So my point is that it takes, but you see how much work it takes. Like, it takes a lot of persistent, consistent work in order to get this type of stuff done. But you talk about these programs, that is what I'm doing. So we have photography, woodworking, baking, a bicycle building class. We've got mosaic art. We have disc golf. We have a golfing class. I am bringing these programs for free. For my community and these kids. And all I did was go to the churches and say, please help me. John Wesley is helping. Red Door Church is helping. Forest Chapel is helping. Quinn Chapel is helping. Kemper Road Christian is helping. We have even community members. If you're a community member and you're not a church, I don't care. I just want it. I want to see intergenerational exchanges with these kids in these organizations. They have a lot of knowledge that we're not seeing it transfer to our kids. So that's why, again, I started the summer youth programming fair. I need you to get involved. You saw the flyer, Big Funny. I need you to get involved. If you would like to teach a tire changing class, you still have time, and we're gonna call you on this table, and I need you to go ahead and do that class.
And tell them the date that you're doing that summit again. That you if we need to be there,
you do need to be there. It is next Thursday evening at it's in the evening. I can't remember what time, but the point is, it's Thursday, June 20th at Quinn Chapel AME Church on Sharon Road, and I think it's 6:30 to 8, something like that. I can't remember offhand, but it is designed. I do a chat with Chelsea a couple times a year. That is time for I need people to come out, talk to me. We can bring the table. Let's have a table talk. Tell me what you need. And I at least want to hear you. I'm trying to do the best I can, but I can't always be, look, it can't just be, oh, here she come again, yapping. Right. Y'all have to show up. You have to make sure that we're accountable too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, just give me the clearance. I can come talk, and if they give me the clearance, I got to be some security too for you. I can change my head, back up.
Listen, where were you a couple months ago?
Woo! I didn't get hired. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of questions, I swear though.
We do. We're gonna have we gotta talk to you again because it's so much more. But we appreciate what you're doing for the city of Forest Park, and not just for that, we just appreciate what you're doing for the communities. So
thank you. Well, we've got a lot of activities. If you notice in the past like 5 years, hopefully you've noticed that the Forest Park has drastically increased a lot of their summer offerings and events. Have you noticed that? Mm-hmm. We've got a lot more things happening. We got the City Cycle. Those are our ways of trying to help what we call improve your quality of life. It's like, we know you're paying. What we're trying to do is create as many opportunities as you can that you don't have to pay for, that you can enjoy family, enjoy the city with. And so we are trying. You know what I mean?
We also love the jazz in the park.
Yeah, I was about to say that though. But the thing is though, like people like me, the jazz in the park, I enjoy that. But from when I grew up though, we wouldn't allow it out here, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. It wasn't our part. So we feel like we come past that line, we get police. We get whipped on, harassed, and shit like that. That's how it used to be. But now being out here, like, it's a little bit different. So people have that
now I don't know about people yanking people up to pay their taxes, but I'll tell you what, we have a really good police force, and I'm being honest. Like we've achieved like international standards and accreditation. Like we actually have a really, really solid police force. And so much so that, you know, my son just turned 18, and listen, it's been hard out here as a single. It's been tough. And I have had to, they have been so kind, and they are, you know, and it's not just him, but like his other friends and different things, different scenarios and things that I would worry about in another community. I promise you, I'm not worried about here. And that's major.
No, only thing I'm saying, being from the hood, I'm from Avondale. Only thing we concerned about, y'all police out here, y'all gonna ticket a motherfucker. Y'all gonna ticket a motherfucker.
We gonna try to take it.
I gotta tell you, I'm from the hood. Y'all gonna ticket a motherfucker and take a motherfucker to jail. But our police might whoop your ass or might kill you. So we'll take this on the other side. Like, y'all way better. Like, did you see the shit on the news? Cincinnati police tasing a dude and about to shoot him, and the one person without a gun. But y'all police ain't never been on TV for that though, so I commend y'all for that.
No, they're not. We have a great police force. Like our police force, like they're pretty close to our community too. Like our chief, you know, lives just a mile outside the city. Like they live really close, if not in the city. It's actually close. Like it's a blessing to be in the city of Forest Park. We do have the city the Glow Ride coming up the city cycle ride that's coming up this weekend too, on the 7th, or I think it's the 7th or the 8th. So you can find, if you follow me on Facebook, it's Chelsea Clark, Forest Park City Councilwoman. You'll find out a lot of things that are happening in the city. I post a lot. I engage quite a bit. You can also, of course, go to forestpark.org and find out more information. You can email me specific information. People email me. They want me to maybe come and speak, or even give a proclamation, or, have something written. The mayor gives proclamations, but have something written, or whatever service I can be. You can email me at cclark@forestpark.org as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on the show. You did putting it on the table. We appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
I got a whole bunch of more shit to ask though, but I definitely appreciate
we got more days. I'm gonna be around.
Yeah.
I'm not big time. I'm local. I'm right here.
Yeah.
The thing about it though, because I really would like to get involved with some of this shit though, but I'm gonna talk like me though. I'm an icebreaker. So I would love to be in some of those positions in some of them rooms. It'll be amazing if I get.
And we need you. That's the thing. We need you. It's not, I can handle anything anybody says to me, but we need that. We need people that are looking at a situation and saying, hey, you know what? I know that we can improve that because this was my personal experience with it. You need that. So I need you to be in these rooms, and I'm gonna hold you to it. I tell you what, you're gonna be doing something with one of these kids. I'm adding that, and we'll have it in July since June is already started. But I need you to do something with these kids. We got baking and photography classes. Bring these kids. I want them to learn how to change tires.
Well, we do talk to these kids. We do travel and talk to these kids, especially out in Kansas and things like that. We just got back from Kansas from giving away bikes and things like that to kids and volunteering at a health event and things like that. So we do talk to these kids, troubled youth kids, also try to lead them in the right direction. So if you need that for us, please reach out to me. We will come and talk and speak to these kids and teach them photography, videography, even how to change a tire.
We're trying to build all this shit up. All we need to do is get funding. We're gonna keep on grinding until we get that funding.
I'm gonna fill out that paper so I can be on the board of Forest Park, and I want to help my community out also, especially in the sports department. And yes, so I want to be a part. So please reach out to me if anything that you need.
I'm gonna keep on telling you to fill it out.
I am.
I'm gonna give you free drone footage just so you could whoop everybody else's ass on your content. When you do your shit.
That's what I need. My content. The content is lacking.
Any interviews that you have, please reach out to me. Come video for you and everything. So you will have a production team if you reach out to me. Anything that you do, just reach out to me. Hey, we need video. We'll come out video for you.
Michelle Obama for president, you vice president. Get it right now. That's great.
Look, I don't like being second place. I gotta be the president.
Well, fuck her then. She vice president. Obama said your answer.
I love her. I'm good for the first one, but that second one, I'm coming.
Yes. But I'm serious about that. I want to help my community out, and I want to be help you out also. So if you need a team, please reach out to us. We give you that drone footage, that media things that you need.
Yeah, got you. We got more shit to talk about. I got a whole bunch of questions I ain't even get into though.
Please come next Thursday. Come next Thursday.
I'm going to come next Thursday. So you can mark my words right now.
Okay, Big Funny, are you attending?
Fuck everybody else, I guess so. I'm about to call Obama and tell him bring the goddamn chicken. I'm gonna bring the dice. We gotta get this.
Look, I had a hot sauce on the table for you.
Oh, shit. No, you gotta have that to your purse.
Now remember, I'm country. Look, yesterday I made cornbread, pinto beans, and smoked turkey. So, I can cook. I love cooking. That's how I deal with all this stuff I got to go through is cooking.
All right. Well, we're going to get you out of here. thank you again.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get me in trouble. Let me go.
I know, and let them know that we're sorry about that, but we that was a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna try to do a live show out in person with the audience and everything. We're gonna try to have you back again.
Yeah, we got to.
Yes.
I'm glad. I thought he kidnapped your ass though, but it's still some daylight. I'm sorry.
Oh man, look, it's hard keeping promises in this job.
What do we owe him? I gotta get him some bourbon, whiskey. He one of them. He drinks some expensive shit.
Oh man. Nah, he'll be fine with a Diet Coke.
Shit, I thought he was a Parmesan.
Oh man, no, that's okay. But I appreciate you guys. Have a great evening. Please tell the missus I said hello. You guys are doing you're doing a fabulous job. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. I'll be reaching out to you soon. Thank you again.
Thank you for putting on the table. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, though. And thank him again. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Good night.
Okay. Hold on. Tell people what a fact you in. Hold on.
I did. So, hey. So, man, that was the Forest Park City Councilwoman Chestia Clark. And she put it on the table, man. She did a lot of things that we need to help out with Forest Park. People that's in the community need to get out there in Forest Park and help out also. It's not just the city council people. We have to, as a community, have to get out there and help out people. Yeah. Help our community out if we want better.
Yeah, at the same time, we gotta know like who the fuck we voting for. We gotta learn this shit. What I'm trying to tell y'all, man, be out there, talk to people, man. Like same way I do with my comedy, entertainment, I talk to everybody. We gotta learn to talk to each other again, though, man. That's how it used to be when I grew up. We talk to any motherfucker. That's how I met all my friends. Whoever we see, we talk to them and see what's up, though, man. Yeah. So we gotta start building stuff of our own, though, man.
Yes. And that's what's up, man. But before we get out of here, man, I want to talk about you, man. Happy birthday to you. Hey. You know what I'm saying? You just got back, man. How was your trip and everything for your birthday?
Hey, man, that shit was amazing, man. Like, the thing about it, though, man, I like traveling because, like, I never know what I'm going to see, though. I love flying, though, because I get there quicker. But when you take a road trip, you get to see more shit. You get to soak it in. You get to stop at different areas. So that's why I like to try to tell people, like, it don't matter how much money you got. Like, you ain't got to go to ball out. Like, people want to go to strip clubs and all that shit. Fuck that. No. Just take enough money to get you there. Yeah. It's a lot of free shit. You can see an experience and
that's what we do when we go out of town. We go to those strip clubs. We're going to be trying to club in. We will. But when we get a club, though, we go for free.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I would say, though, man, like, enjoy the world.
Before you say that, bounce back what you just said, man, because you put me on to that shit. Because going out to see stuff while you're traveling, stopping and going to see stuff like the small things in the big town we went to go see in Case, Illinois, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I would have never stopped on the road. You know what I'm saying? I was just shit. I'm trying to get back home. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see them things and travel on, and especially when you go in different states. You know, you go in different states. You got to go through the city at one point in time.
I'm gonna tell you something like this.
Just stop and just Google what's in that city, and you might,
I ain't never heard this, read this, or heard about it, but I'm gonna tell you something right now that just came into my mind. The thing is, everybody see a destination and they ready to get there. You're ready to get off work. You're ready to get rich. You're ready to be in a position. You're ready to be famous. But nobody thinks about the path that it takes to get there. All the beautiful things and all the shit everybody in a rush. Everybody want to microwave shit. Fuck a microwave, man. Everything's better when it takes time to get cooked. Cook yourself. I'm talking about go to hell. But I'm saying, cook yourself. Season yourself. Preparation yourself, man. Everybody wants shit so fast that's why the meal be fucked up when you get it. Yeah. I hope y'all think about that, though. But that's why sometimes I learned the best things is that sit down, take time. You see more when you take time. That's all I'm saying.
That's what's up. I'm glad you had a happy birthday, man. Good birthday and stuff like that, man. You always gone. Where you going next, man? Where you leaving, man?
I don't know. The thing is, all right. The thing is, I want to tell y'all though, man. Like a lot of people be saying, like how we be going and where we going. Like most of the time, we do not plan shit.
You don't.
You know how y'all be on
You gotta
Facebook?
go.
You know, you be on Facebook and that
Mhm.
shit come up like $29, $30. We be like, fuck it. If you book shit in advance, you pay way less than you think. And then sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it. Because y'all spend like $200, $300, $400, $500 in the same city that y'all stay in. Y'all want to rent a car, stay in the same city. Go pop $200, $300.
They want to go to Miami and
clothes.
do the same shit they do here.
Man.
You hear me? They want to go to Miami or California, LA or Atlanta, do the same shit they do here.
Or waste the money in their own city. Get out, man. See the world, man. It's like Thanos. You ain't gonna be the super motherfucking Marvel comic hero, but when you go around the world, you go around different cities outside of your element, you collect up more energy. You put another ring there, you put another ring there. You build up energy and you see different shit, man. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Yep. You think it's fake. It's real shit I'm telling y'all. I might get way deeper. Check into yourself, though. Check into your feelings, your situations, and your mind. You've been decepted out of this motherfucker. Learn yourself, man. Enjoy this world. It's way more. I'm gonna say this before I leave. Everywhere that I've traveled around the world, where they say shit fucked up, shit fucked up, shit fucked up, it been beautiful. Every single place I went, it been beautiful. Of course, there been some homeless people, it been drug people, but it ain't all fucked up like they depicted. The world is universal. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. Job putting it on the table today, man. It's your boy Dre Will. Here with my man, like always. You already know what it is.
Got some things coming up.
Got some things coming up, but we ain't saying shit.
No. It's Father's Day.
Well, yeah,
go get your ticket with Judy Brown, you know what I'm saying? Jamie J, me, Homer Hodge, and Mike Bonner, man. Judy Brown hosting it, man. Y'all better check my page, man. Go get them tickets. There's a lot of more shit coming up, but I ain't saying shit.
Yep, go follow me on official Dre_Will on Instagram, Dre Will on Facebook, Dre Will Productions on Facebook, and we up out of here, man. And follow my man on YouTube.
Comedian McFunny. Follow me on all social media, Comedian McFunny, but especially on YouTube. That's where I need the most support. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that share, but most likely subscribe. Comedian McFunny. I got some shit on there, man. We making more shit.
Yep, and we up out of here.